It's Week 13 of the NFL, and we've got the Dolphins, leader at quarterback. He's not afraid to throw it, second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Browns, under the lights on Sunday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 81 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Johnson now. Off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
A first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The numbers for Hill a week ago: north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Browns offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. The Browns drive about to get started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This defense for the Dolphins, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, here's second down at 7. Looking to throw. Johnson, throw left side, complete. That's Stevenson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Dixon. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dixon. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. This returnable for Bird. You call that. .38 yards officially. The Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Johnson from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Johnson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point of the season. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
We look at this Browns defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. They too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Dixon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time. Little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on first down. Horn. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Horn. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The tight end in motion right. They go play action here on first down. Here's a diving catch right side. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On first down, Horn. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Johnson from the gun on 3rd down.
And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Operating from the gun, Johnson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 9. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Johnson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. and his kick is indeed good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Miami set to take over. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back to throw. Dixon.
No, he tries to force it in. And
where is he throwing the ball? Where is he throwing the ball?
And he takes this one back.
I threw it behind the. I pushed to throw it behind the receiver, like on his right side, so it would go inside. So the ball be between my receiver and the defender. It went directly right to the defender.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights and where he was looking to throw.
And why are my passes so fucking inaccurate this season? Why am I throwing it like yellow and red as I'm throwing? Why? Am I pressured or something? I don't understand. I don't understand why I'm throwing so many picks. I'm telling you, you throw an interception in the first game of the season, your entire fucking year is cooked in Madden. I'm telling you. I'm not under pressure. I'm in the pocket. His feet are set. Why was the ball yellow? I don't get it, man.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point.
My fucking offensive line can't block. I can't do a play action. I can't even look at my second fucking read. The second I look at my first guy, I'm like, oh, he's not open. I go look at my second guy, I'm getting fucking hit. I can barely run the fucking ball. What the fuck's happening this year? I'm throwing the ball and it's auto-locking on the defenders. My guys are batting fucking every other ball down. It's hitting them dead in the fucking hands. Oh, no pick. I might get a pick a game if I'm lucky. Maybe. This game's fucking... What the fuck did they do to this game?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
He completes this into the hands of Miller.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
From the gun on third down, Dixon. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going
That's supposed to be a fucking go route. What the fuck was he throwing there?
14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
First of all, it was complete pass interference the entire fucking route. And I'm throwing a go route. What is that?
The way they're carrying.
Well, what's going on with this game? It's really fucking pissing me off. He can't create separation. The guy's holding him and holding him, grabbing him and shit the whole fucking time. And then what the fuck is that? That play is not even a fucking hot route. He's supposed to just go. Jesus fucking Christ.
They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on first down. Horn. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Looking to throw. Dixon. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Miller. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with a
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They'll run it out of the gun with Hill.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
They run it again with Hill. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Up the middle, it's Hill. A little juke. And he'll have a Dolphins first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run straight ahead with Hill, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Dixon. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4 and he got 4 on 3rd down. Off play action. Dixon. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer.
Again, he runs back and stands right in my route. They're doing it every fucking play like the last fucking 6 games. They're running right to where my plays end, and they're fucking standing right in the line of sight where I can throw. This is why I'm getting sacked and I'm not throwing the ball, because I'm like, they're fucking standing there. And God forbid I throw a fucking timing pass. This isn't fucking ridiculous. It's fucking unacceptable. It's ridiculous. They're doing this again. They used to do this all the time. The new fucking update, it's impossible to throw the ball now.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception.
It's impossible to throw.
His way into the end zone for the
My receivers are sprinting across the fucking screen, like from right to left. They'll be sprinting, doing a fucking drag, sprinting. Their linebackers are strafing, keeping up with them. How?
This drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
I mean, I'm throwing fucking 2-3 picks a game now. I used to throw fucking like 8 interceptions a year, maybe. Maybe. Now I've thrown like fucking 20 already.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I can't do anything. I can't throw the ball anywhere.
He's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season.
I mean, I feel like my team is slower, just like my team, like a bunch of fucking tight ends.
For his own sake, after the game, he may
I throw the ball and he just like does a burst of speed.
Certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Browns offense and their wide
throwing the
receiver
ball,
getting set for this next possession.
And he's got like a little burst of speed that jumps right in front of my guy. I can't complete any pass except for a drag. Like literally nothing else. They run back and they sit in zone and they're now twice as fast as my guys.
To start the drive.
The second the ball leaves my hand, they sprint right to where the ball's going.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards.
I don't know where to throw the fucking ball to. I have no idea. I've never seen anything like this. What the fuck kind of patch is this? I've never seen anything like. I've never struggled in this game like that ever.
Stanley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
It's like I don't have a fucking all-star team. My team's like a fucking 95. Like all around it. Overall, a 95. It's like I got a shit team.
Despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense now.
I went from the number one fucking I was the number one passer in the league, like yards wide. Number fucking one. Hold on. I'll show you my fucking team. If you don't believe me. Guy's a 90 fucking 1. He can't throw the ball anywhere for some reason. I can't throw the ball anywhere. Nowhere. And he's a strong arm quarterback. It's not like he's like a fucking field general. He's strong arm like a 90-something strong arm. So it's not like he's throwing these noodle fucking passes every fucking play. He underthrows everything for some fucking reason now. Okay? Here's the weakest part of my team. It's not like they're bad. Weakest part of my team. I mean, they're all young. That's why they're lower rate. But I usually have like all over 90s. Look at my offensive line. They can't fucking block anyone. They can't block anyone. They can't block anyone. That's the word. And number-wise, is the worst offensive line I've probably ever had, and they're still fucking great. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this fucking team, dude. Look at this fucking team. It's not like it's dog shit. It's not like it's dog shit. I can't cover anyone. I can't fucking separate. My receivers can't separate from linebackers on coverages. What's going on? I've only got like 2 injuries.
Making their way back onto the field.
Like, look at his fucking stats, dude. Look at his stat. I can't throw for more than 200 yards anymore for some reason. I was 50% and 139 yards with 3 interceptions or some shit last week. Like, what's going on? I think they just want me to lose. I think if I just lose this fucking game, I'll have everything go back to normal. I think because I haven't lost in fucking 2 years, they're like, nah, the AI is just going to beat you. We're going to know everything you fucking do. It's just fucking annoying.
They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's complete. It's Miller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the throw, led him 2.
Where's he throwing the ball?
It's incomplete.
You get the sense
I'm not throwing this fucking route too early or late. Where's he throwing the ball? It's fucking green. That means it's the most accurate pass. It's fucking green. But it's fucking 5 yards over his head. But last fucking game, they had a guy who was the opposite team threw a ball. The fucking circle on the ground was yellow and hit him dead in the fucking hands. What the fuck?
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. A give up the gun to Hill. Bulldozes past him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a give right side. It's Stanley. And he'll power his way up near the 25. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Johnson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Johnson out to the right here to Shepard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Stanley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Stanley, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Johnson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points
so
out
Mr.
of this
Rocket
relatively quickly.
So Mr. Rocket Arm underthrows a 15-yard pass by fucking like 3 yards. Watch number 88 on the left. Watch the left side. Watch. So instead of hitting it, look, it goes right. Look, it goes right to directly to the defender. Why is it going there to him? The defender's 5 yards away, and it's hitting him right in the hands. Why is this happening? Ever since Micah Parsons is on the cover of this fucking game, ever since that patch came up, this is how this game's been playing. I can't throw any passes. I haven't said anything, but man, I'm getting really mad about this now. Like, this is really bad. Why is he throwing, well, yeah, a 15, 20 yard pass, 25 at the most. So he's throwing from the 20 yard line, give or take, to the 45, right? So let's just say it's a 25, 27 yard pass. This guy's he's got a fucking big arm. That's his thing. He's a big armed quarterback. He should throw this pass. He should fucking worry about overthrowing it on accident, not underthrowing it by 5 yards. My timing's not off. This is no different than any other timing I've ever fucking thrown these passes.
Smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Room past the 35 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. From the gun, a run for Hill. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Dixon firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Dixon. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And he
What the fuck was that?
No good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one.
Why did it fucking squiggle around like that?
Get this back within one score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within one score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Johnson now off the play fake. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Fucking get me the fuck out of this game.
45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. On first down, it's Stanley, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Stanley, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Operating from the gun, Johnson. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So the Dolphins now down by 13, a little under a minute 50 remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Looking to throw. Dixon. Throws right side, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Dixon. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Dixon. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
I don't understand why he's throwing the ball so softly. I don't get it. I don't get why he's throwing the ball so softly. It doesn't matter how I'm throwing it. It's just throwing it the way the fucking computer wants to throw it. I don't understand this.
And the criticism comes easily.
I'm throwing nice, tight fucking, tight throws, but it goes 2 miles an hour, so you can just stop and pick it off.
Is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. This game is just playing differently. I don't know what to do.
Still 2 timeouts defensively, but even
nothing
if
in my playbook works at all.
Kneel down should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
Nothing in my playbook works. Not a one fucking play.
Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game.
4 fucking interceptions. I can't remember the last time I threw 4 picks in a game. I barely throw 4 picks a season.
Able to come away with the victory here, and they were.
This is fucking disgusting, man. This is a turnoff. I don't want to play this game anymore.
As they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
I feel like every fucking minute I put into this game is now a waste.
When you throw one in the 4th quarter,
that's what I feel like.
It tells everyone that you're getting stronger.
I feel like I've been married to someone for fucking 20 years, and they just did nothing but cheat on me the whole fucking time. I feel completely betrayed playing this game the way this update has fucking treated me.
All the way up through.
That's exactly how I feel.
And they closed them out with a big.
I feel fucking betrayed
down the stretch.
What the fuck did they do?
Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes.
What did they do?
8-4, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Miami,
I almost guarantee you they were doing that so I could fucking lose a game.
12-1,
and then next week I'll be fine. I'll be shredded all up again. You'll see.
As they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
My leading receiver is my fucking backup tight end because I can throw nothing but short fucking 1-yard fucking drags. Nothing but that. None of my receivers create separation from anyone. A defensive tackle could be strafing and running backwards and backpedaling, and they'll be covered and fine, while my team's running full speed. It's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting how the AI just controls the game. If they don't want you to win, you're just not going to win it. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how fucking good you play. It doesn't matter how precise you are. Look, 70%. I've never seen a quarterback in the NFL ever. I'm 50 fucking years old. I've been watching football since I was a fucking glob of jizz, okay? I have never fucking seen a quarterback throw 71 fucking %, but throw 4 picks. Ever.